Okay, this version is the Peninsula style. So the measurements are, I try to take as much of the exact scale. And then those little red bars there are just like spaces that I have to account for, or that I wanted to make note of, so that placement of everything wouldn't be in the way of things as much as possible. So in order to get this set up here, which is pretty much, you know, most of it is what I currently have already, minus a few adjustments for moving the fridge back there. As you can see, I had to shorten the cupboard space, and then I lose counter space, and then I lose the bottom drawers. I do keep the the Lazy Susan corners in each corner there, which I want to at least keep one. I mean, I like actually having them both. And then the Peninsula here itself, I try to keep, oh, there we go. I try to keep like a decent size walkway. I think that's like 40 inches there. So I've cut it off with these cabinets. So it's not a lot of cabinet space here, as you can see, but it's just like an extra one for utensils, and then like half of another one, small one for something. So it's not a lot. So my other concern about this is that is a 9-inch overhang, so it's not even that big, but it is also 2 inches ish from the trim of the door. So if the door opens, we're gonna have issues unless there's a way we can put a stopper and one of those door stopper thingies, install it against this wall here, or cabinet, or whatever it might be. Oh, sorry, that was my dog. Otherwise, you know, I don't want to risk the door opening up and hitting the counter. That would not be good. So yeah, 9-inch overhang is not the recommended 12-inch, but I obviously couldn't go any wider because that would not work with the space that we have. What else? Yeah, so I don't know how easy it is to get cabinetry that is small as 19.75, and the corner unit 23.75. I'm learning that everything ends with the .75, so even though when I measured the doors it looked like it was 34 inches, but I guess there's that the minus for the actual cabinet itself, and then the doors are a bit bigger to cover the cabinet. I think that's the logic I thought of, but I might be wrong. Yeah, so what else? Did we talk about this? Oh yeah, no. So the pantry is here, recessed. I thought this was such a cool idea. You know where the fridge was? There's a little cubby there, right? Like, well, pretty big space cubby. So that means I want to install shelving inside that space and then put doors over top to cover it up. And then I didn't want to make the doors too wide, so they're 18 inches each, or maybe 19 inches currently. Whatever we can play with, then that way it's not too wide to swing open. And then the remaining obviously would be this wall that we would have to build something to cover up the extra space that's open. And this marker is actually, it's not the full space that's left over, but it's just for me to know how much of a wall will be there after it's covered up, because there's an actual 10 inches to on top of the gap that we would have to fill up. So I just wanted to visualize like what that full wall would look like. Yeah, so the bonus of this layout is, sorry, these are just markers for like height and distance for the fridge door opening. Just so if I did want to add a pantry here, sorry, a pantry, a wall cabinet here, then we're not gonna like, I'm not gonna get annoyed, worried about hitting my head, although I'll probably still worry about that, but the door opening, the fridge door opening and stuff like that. And because those cupboards, they're a little high for me to grab stuff that I want to grab all the time, so that's why I feel like I need another one cupboard that's kind of like eye level, or reachable for me. And then I put another one here too as well for like glasses and stuff by the door, so by the front door here. And I try to give a bit of a gap on both sides, just because we never know when that fridge comes or when that stove comes, what how exact those measurements are. And so hopefully that will give some room to, although I hate it because I guess it's good too for if we have to pull it out to fix anything. But I hate the gaps because things always get dirty, but I think there's something you can probably put in to fill in those gaps. Anyways, so the good thing is it's still open concept how I have it now in terms of the middle workspace. Once you're in the kitchen, so there's no fussing around of an island and maneuvering yourself and whatnot. But the downfall is I feel the door could be an issue. So something to consider. Okay, I'll show you the other version in another video, which is basically having an island instead of peninsula.